Hello everybody, my name is Genji Nakano and welcome to my project. This is my web browser. It's called GenjiBrowser. I know it's not too creative. It's named after me. Um, yeah, I'm going to show you, what I was able to accomplish and also what I was not able to accomplish. I do want to be upfront with what I couldn't accomplish as well. All right, so the first things first, I do want to be upfront. So my progress bar, I was able to put it here, but for some reason, it would not show the progress of the web page being loaded. I was actually having troubles with the web page is being, you know, capturing it when it's loaded to the end. Um, the other thing I was had difficulty with is with the history and the bookmarks. Um, for some reason, I couldn't delete one or delete clear. Okay, but I do want to show you that, um, for example, my history forms and reform, I did create a right. So I created an adapter to delete one item. However, for some reason, it just would not work. So let's bring up the history manager CS real quick. Right. So I created a history adapter. Right. I followed everything. If item creates, it'll delete the item and so forth. But for some reason, that just would not work in this particular, in my browser. Also with my clear history, delete all, created an adapter, right? And then for each row, delete it, and it just wouldn't delete it. And so that's going to hold true for my bookmark. For some reason, my database functionality, connecting just those two items were not working. Everything else seems to be functioning perfectly fine. All right, so other than that, though, everything else works pretty well. Okay, so first things first, let's go to a couple websites here. Let's first go to Auburn's website, and I'm going to hit the enter button for this one. And there you go. And then I'm going to bookmark this page as well. And the second thing I'm going to do is I am going to go to Target's website. And I'll use the go button. All right. And I will also bookmark this page. And then I will also go to, let's just choose an easy web page. How about Google? And I'll hit the enter button. Okay, and I'll bookmark this page. And since I actually bookmarked the other two, so that's why it didn't come up. But with this one, this is a new web page I'm bookmarking, so it does say the web address is Google. Okay, so I guess from a previous one, I didn't clear the database, so it didn't, like I said, it didn't delete those two. But with Google, it's a new one, so I was able to hit add it, and the little pop-up came up. All right, so let's do the back button to show you that the back functionality works. There you go. We go back to all the way up to Auburn. We go forward as well, back to Google. So my back and forward buttons do work. The Google does load a couple times because of the web pages, so how it works. So I don't know why that does that. Okay. All right. So let me go start off at Auburn because I don't like that Google, for some reason, probably has some things that keep loading. So let's go to Auburn real quick. But my back and forward do work. So let's go to Target real quick. All right, so you can see that it does work. Okay. All right. I guess once I go forward, it clears that back part, which it shouldn't have, but I'll correct that in another iteration. All right, so let's start with Auburn. All right, so some other functionalities that do work. I could create new tabs. One thing I didn't have time to do, and I wouldn't really mess with it because I've had issues with it when I was trying to create my browser where something went wrong, and that's a nightmare, it's a headache, and it makes me get anxiety. So I don't want to do that anymore, but I can close the current tab, close the current tab. Okay. The other thing is my help, my about will come up, right? Manage history will come up. So this is like my third video, but it does show my history. Like I said, you can see from 721 to 721, Google just keeps going into the history. I don't know why. Same with Target, but Auburn doesn't. So it looks like Target and Google have items were just, they're reloading it all the time. My search functionality does work, so let's type in Auburn. Searching for Auburn, and then the Auburn comes up. Like I stated, my delete does not work, or my clear doesn't work, but it will search for it. So you're searching for Auburn. It found Auburn. We have a match for Auburn, and then it goes through all the other titles that they have in my code. If you look at my code, that was just to help me out to see which sites are on there. But since there's a lot of websites, I'm just gonna go through it here. All right, but then the list pops up and it's all there. And then if I hit clear, it doesn't work. So that's also going to be true for my bookmarks. You saw that the pages that I bookmarked. There you go. Auburn, Target, and then Google, which was that last one. My search function does work. If I search for Auburn, you're searching for Auburn, boom, the Auburn websites come up. But if I delete something, it won't. The new list is still there. So if I delete Auburn again, delete, search for Auburn, new list, boom. So like I stated in my code, I create an adapter, delete one item, delete item, create an adapter, adapter.query, item.title, and it didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. All right, and because my history form with the clear all didn't work, I didn't mess with trying to code all this stuff to try to clear the bookmark manager because it wouldn't connect with the database for some reason. Okay, so that's my bookmark and that's my history. And then the one thing I was able to do, let me take this out and plug in my printer. So hopefully I get bonus points, but one thing I was able to do is my print page does work. So let's print this page. Okay, it worked earlier. I don't know why it's not working right now. Oh, there it goes. And in a moment, my printer is going to print out the web page. You can hear it going. Auburn University. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you could see it on the capture. But Auburn University, I was able to print the page. Okay, so those are all the stuff that I have as far as my my web browser. I did enjoy this project. I wish, if I have after this semester or term, excuse me, I'm gonna have I'm gonna play around with it because I do want to get that functionality with the progress bar and also as you saw, if I went back and forth on my browser, this list box did not change, or this text box didn't change, and I liked it to change as we, move forward and back. So those are things and I also want to try to figure out why my database didn't work. If anyone could help me out, that's great. Some stuff that I would like to have is, I know Google Chrome has it, but not all web browser has it on their own. I would like to have a search box, search, and then boom, you get bunch of web pages as opposed to going to Google. You set it to Yahoo, Google, whatever search browser you want, and then that's a fast and functional way. But outside of that, I also like a share text feature, right? Because let's say I go to a web page that I like and I want to share it with someone or share it to myself. I would like to click a button and it would be able to be texted to someone, and then I could also write a message, right? So I'd like a text button to share. The other one I would like is a highlight text feature to notes. So let's say I want to highlight this for note taking, or I just want to remember something from a web page. I don't need the whole web page. I just need this little section. I would like to have something where I could go in here and tools, click something, and then that would save it straight to a notes page where I could access it easily. Let's see here. So other than that, those are the only things. That's my web browser. You definitely don't vote me for the best web browser because I don't have some functionalities working. I do have everything else going. Oh yeah, my refresh. I forgot to show you the refresh button. There you go, refresh. So my refresh does work. All right. So that's my web browser. I hope everyone else had a better luck with some of those features than I did, but I will try to get those fixed later. Thank you for your time and good luck.